What is happening, everyone? The football therapist here. Time to give you another one of my certified breakout players for 2021, and that's K Dobbins. Let's hit that intro. Now, there are several reasons why I like K Dobbins for the 2021 season. The first is his ability coming out of college that I really enjoyed. For one, at Ohio State in his final season, he had a 2,000-yard rushing season. He was very explosive, he had good vision, he was quick in between the tackles, and he was also a solid pass blocker, which is very difficult to transfer into the NFL. But being that he was a very good pass blocker, it showed me that he had an ability to be a three-down back whenever called upon. If you're able to pass block, you're able to stay on all three downs, in my opinion. Now, looking at some of his stats, we see early on in the year, he didn't really get much usage because he was in a big timeshare. Mark Ingram was there, Gus Edwards was used, and all three of them got snaps. This really impacted his performance and also his fantasy performance, but he still finished the year very strong. I mean, overall, he was first in yards per carry at 6 yards. He was third in yards per touch at 6.1 yards. He was fourth in breakaway runs. And if we look at his totals from week 11 to 16, this is a week where he also had COVID in week 12. He still finished as the RB14. We can even look a little further back and see that at week 8 to 16, he finished as a top 20 back. Now, in his week 17, I didn't count that because week 17, normally you don't have fantasy going on, but he did have an explosive week. He had 2 big touchdowns. He had a big touchdown run, and I think that's really going to elevate his stock going into 2021. Now, looking at his overall usage, we see early on, like I said, his snap share was down, he wasn't getting many carries, and he just wasn't getting the looks that you need. But later on in the year, as a two-man timeshare, he was getting double-digit touches, he was being utilized on the field a lot, and he was making the most of his opportunities. As you could see, he had several very good fantasy weeks, and almost every single week he was at least a reliable RB2. Now, one of the reasons that I'm really high on K Dobbins going into 2021 is his possible opportunity. Yes, it's very early, but Gus Edwards is a free agent, and there's a chance that they cut Mark Ingram as he has an out in his contract next year. If either one or both of them are gone, that means that the lead role becomes K Dobbins, and in this rushing attack, that is first in rushing attempts, and that he has the opportunity to really carry the ball 20 times, I think he could be a top 5 to 10 back. Of course, that is his ceiling, but with Lamar Jackson there, it'll probably take away from some of that, so he potentially could finish more into that 12 to 15 range. Regardless, I still think he's a safe option, and I think that I'll be targeting him in most of my leagues. Let me know what you think about K Dobbins below, and if you'll be targeting him in your league as well. Thank you very much, guys.